Good morning, this is Wake Up Barcelona.
With Adrián Pérez and my rostro.
Prosecutor at Spain's High Court Audiencia Nacional said on Monday that they are pursuing criminal investigations of different types into recent acts of separatist groups.
After the last manifestations, the activists entered toll plazas on the AP7 and C32 highways in the past weekend and forced the barriers open to let drivers through for free.
The Catalan capital, Barcelona, is famed for its storied architecture, museums and the great gastronomy.
Culture abounds this colorful city, where the beach is never far away and Gaudí is your guide. Judith is going to show a little bit of tapas in Barri Gòtic.
And today we have an special guest. The mobility deputy of the Barcelona Council, Mercedes Vidal, comes with us to explain the new parking law for motorbikes in the city.
And talking about laws, what about tobacco? How much young people smoke in this city? Is there any difference between rolling tobacco and the boxed cigarettes?
And of course, we will find the time to know about the sports and especially football. Jorge Lindoso is at the Camp Nou ready for tonight's match between FC Barcelona and Rome.
And to finish, in just few days is San Jordi. That's why Patricia is going to explain to us this marvelous day in Barcelona.
Good morning, it is Wednesday, April 4th, and our today's main topic is the altercations that the self-proclaimed CDRs, the Republic Defense Committees, are generating in different cities from Catalonia. Mae is in the debate room to discuss with two special guests this important issue.
Thank you so much, Adrián, and thank you, Aleix from elnacional.cat, Elena from La Razón, who joined us today to talk about the CDRs. I want you to know what you think about the image we saw, and if you think these acts are justified right now. Aleix?
Well, first of all, hi Mae, thanks to invite me today in your program. And well, I think that these actions will be worse because the problematic will increase in the next days. And in my point of view, I think that if Carles Puigdemont will be in prison in Spain, the acts of the CDR people will be increased.
And Elena?
Hi, Mai. I think it's a shame that the police don't intervene in this case.
Yeah.
It should not be allowed for that these young people who has anything to do circulate on the highways, bothering the other people who wants to go to work or go to the hospital or do something important.
And do you guys think this is something to action, and this should be sanctioned by police or the state or?
Please, Elena, first.
Absolutely yes. I think because they not only invade the highways and destroy public areas, they also prevent others from take decisions.
Yeah.
And I think this is, they say that for them it's important the freedom of expression, but I think the other Catalans has to take their decisions too.
And Aleix?
For me, I'm in disaccord with you, Elena, because for me, the acts of the CDR people, it's act for expression, a strike of freedom of expression, and it's the same, and it's the base of the one democratic society.
But do you guys think this is gonna be worse in a few days if they don't do anything? Maybe it's gonna be worse for the activists, for the independent people, for the Catalans in Catalonia.
I'm sure that it will be worse because still politics, if still Catalan politics is still in prison,
yes.
Like Oriol Junqueras or Jordi Turull or Jordi Cuixart, if they are still in prison, these acts will be worse in the next days because it's a shame for the society of Catalonia, and it will be worse if, like I said before, that Carles Puigdemont comes to Spain to go to the jail.
And Elena?
Well, in my case, I think the same. I think it will be worse if the government doesn't act in Catalonia. They have to take charge of the public medias, like TV3, because for stop issuing pro-independence propaganda, and if they do that, I think in a while, in the future, they will be better.
So escape with the Article 155.
Yes.
We have to go to publicity now, and we will be back in 5 minutes.
We are back again. Lunchtime is approaching. I am starting to feel hungry.
Yes, me too. And what will you eat?
I don't know, maybe good tapas.
Well, what do you know where to go?
I don't know.
Now, will you know? Because our reporter Judith Campiños has made a gastronomic route through El Barri Gòtic. More than 10,000 people walk around these streets.
Barcelona.
One of the most popular activities now is to make gastronomic tours. Let's start our own route here at El Barri Gótico.
Agafa el seu plat, se serveix, tenim clients que sempre cada any venen.
Just close your eyes. In Barcelona.
Hola, hola. Nada, aquí tenéis nuestras tapas, del beso y la yuna. Aquí tenéis el beso al restaurante. Mira, venid un momento que os enseñe un poco. Vamos, chicas. Un brownie, 108. ¿La mesa? Falta la 107. 107, oiga.
¿Cuál es la tapa estrella?
La tapa estrella, mira, no es la tapa estrella, pero a mí me encanta esta tapa, que es huevo frito con jamón. Y es la tapa de verdad. Es una tapa nuestra, mediterránea, que está increíble. Aunque os la recomiendo, venir para aquí. Y mirad esa hamburguesita que tenemos.
Qué buena pinta.
Mira qué buena pinta que tenemos la hamburguesa. Que un besato muy fuerte, que os vemos, que voy a servir las tapas. Hasta ahora.
In Barcelona.
Could we make a break, Mae? I just want to go to El Barri Gòtic to taste one of these amazing tapas, please.
Let's finish the program and I will invite you to eat Beso en la Luna burger, I promise.
So let's hurry up.
There are also good restaurants in Las Corts, especially next to Camp Nou. Our reporter Jorge Lindoso is right there before the Champions League match between Football Club Barcelona and Roma. Hi Jorge, any gastronomic recommendation for the fans that tonight will go to Camp Nou?
Hi, Maya and Adrian. Of course, the best dinner at the stands of Camp Nou is a soft drink and pan to market with ham. Spectacular, believe me. However, the main dish for tonight is this Champions League quarterfinals match between Football Club Barcelona and Rome at 8:45. The culés can keep calm because surely they will face the Italians with Leo Messi and Sergio Busquets. Both players are recovered from their last aches. Nevertheless, the main question is who's going to be the 11th man of Ernesto Valverde, Paulinho or Dembélé. It seems that Valverde will choose the French player in order to repeat the squad that defeated here at Camp Nou Chelsea 3 weeks ago. Therefore, this is how Barcelona will focus on the match against Roma. The culés will restart at Camp Nou at 8:45 the trip to Kiev to a Champions League final 3 years later.
Thank you so much, Jorge. We want to remind you that the subway and the train will work until after midnight. Many of you know the heavy traffic that caused these matches and hundreds of motorcycles parked around the Camp Nou. That's why we're now going to talk about a new law in Barcelona City. Do not be surprised if you find a piece of paper in your handlebar that says you have to pay a fine. Today, Adrián interviewed Mercedes Vidal to depend on this subject.
Thank you, Mae. You are right. This is a very polemic law, and we have here the poster of the text. Good morning, Mrs. Vidal. Why this new regulation?
Hello, good morning. Well, we all know that in Barcelona there are a lot of motorcycles per habitant, but the problem is not this. The problem is that motorcycles and bikers, in those cases, park illegally in places that are not allowed. So this is the main point, and this is what we want to eradicate, eliminate, or change.
Motorists say that they have to park on the sidewalks because they don't have space on the slots. Is that true?
Yes, it's true. We will work on it. There are 300,000 motorcycles on Barcelona and 75,000 parking lots painted on the street. And as I said, we will work on it, and we are working on it. We are creating new places, new parking lots to this kind of trouble that some bikers could find on its ways.
And have the council started to penalize the motorcycles that are parking already in the sidewalks?
Okay, we are not penalizing or putting fines to all those bikers in Barcelona. We are just penalizing those motorbikes that are illegally parked in the sidewalks or in the streets. And the main point is that we are going step by step, putting illegally places in Barcelona, and the thing is that we finally eradicate those motorcycles, put it on the sidewalks.
And also the motorists are complaining about the fast application of this new law. What do you have to say about this?
Well, I heard about it, but I will say to those people, citizens or bikers, that is just a law and is here to stay, and they have to think about it and to accurate it, and that's all.
And do you think that when this application will be established on the city, some motorists will leave their motorcycles at home?
Yes, and this is one of the points, and this is what we are searching at. Barcelona is contaminated, and we want to eradicate contamination. So this could be a very good thing to grow up the public transport. And yeah, we think that some people will think twice, will hesitate before getting motorcycles or cars because of this trouble of parking in Barcelona. So yes, it will be good.
Okay, thank you very much, Mrs. Vidal. It's been a pleasure for us to have here the voice of the Council of Barcelona.
In Catalonia, the younger people's health is one of the Generalitat's biggest concerns.
According to the health department, around 400,000 people smoke tobacco in Catalonia, and the consumption of rolling tobacco is especially high among the youngest people.
What oncologists complain about is that young people believe that this type of tobacco is natural.
Most of cigarette smokers are young, have university backgrounds, and enjoy a medium-high social status. In Catalonia, there are 7.5 million inhabitants, of whom almost 2 million smoke. According to the latest data from the Catalan Health Survey, the 27% of Catalan population smoke rolling tobacco. It means 420,000 people. As a comparison, that's like saying that all citizens of Murcia smoke. We have asked students and young people about the widespread belief that rolling tobacco is natural.
Well, I've been told that it is more healthier, but I really don't know.
I smoke rolling tobacco because it's cheaper and it's more natural.
I think it's because conventional tobacco, it's easier to smoke. I mean, you don't have to spend time rolling your own cigarette.
I prefer to smoke rolling tobacco because I think it's like more natural, and it smells like industrial cigarettes smell hard, smells strong, you know.
Do you think that rolling tobacco is less harmful than the packed one? If you believe it, you are wrong. The experts of the Spanish Society of Pneumology warn that those who smoke rolling tobacco aspire more carbon monoxide than those who prefer smoking conventional cigarettes. The reason? Smokers of rolling tobacco burns more paper in each puff.
It is an important information to keep in mind if you are a smoker. But let's say not everything has to be bad news. A very special holiday is now coming. Preparation for Sant Jordi's Day begins in all Catalonia as the 23rd of April, also known as the Valentine's Day for Catalans.
A tradition with roots in a legend of the Middle Ages, but with a lot of followers even nowadays. In Barcelona, one of the places to enjoy this party are Las Ramblas. There it is our reporter Patricia Martija. How are the preparations going, Patricia?
Stressful and exciting, that's what they told me when I asked to the booksellers and the people that will offer roses to the crowd for the next 23rd of April. There are still no stands in Las Ramblas. However, in the street light you can already see some signs about the signatures of authors. There are also a lot of advertising for other cultural events like sardanas, castells and exhibitions. Like in previous Sant Jordi's Day, it is expected that thousands of books and roses will be sold. Usually women receive roses, but nowadays also men and women will receive a book.
And Patricia, which books are the experts recommending to this Sant Jordi?
The books are very varied, and you could find some books, new books that will suit to your taste. But it is true that this year the female authors and also the classic books are boosting. For example, this year Manuel de Pedro will have stimulated the reach of some of his books. For example, the publishing house Coma Negra will put into the circulation de las Grandes in March.
Thank you, Patricia. Do you like Sant Jordi, Adrián?
Absolutely. I can't wait to see Barcelona that beautiful.
I know, but we have to wait for Sant Jordi a couple of weeks. Meanwhile, we will have here each day to bring you the most important news of our city.
Thank you all for being there.
Bye-bye.